grade. Let's have a look at the starting grid for race 8 of the season. Nicola Bart having been disqualified from qualifying starts last with Max Power alongside defending champion Mirko Bortolotti with Luca Engster. A lot to do from there. Nicky Team winner last year has Norisring for company, and Tom Canada, the youngest driver in the field, has Timo Glock alongside him. Fabio Scherer didn't even make the start yesterday, has Marco Wittmann for company, and championship leader Lucas Auer has Jules Gounon alongside him. Then it's Gilles Magnus and Rene Rast on row 6. Row 5, Ain Nguyen, and yesterday's winner Jordan Pepper on row 4. Great qualifying from Ben Durr, and Ricardo Feller in the lone Audi. Thomas Breining, former champion, is alongside Mauro Engel, and then Ben Green, good qualifying from him in the Ferrari alongside the Mustang of Arjun Maini. Race 8 of the season, this 2025 season. 5 red lights go off. We are go! And a great start from Thierry Vermeulen. Jack Aitken already falling back into the clutches of Arjun Maini, but then picks it back up into turn 1. Very well behaved at the front, but Jules Gounon coming to a complete stop. Such as a traffic jam. 4 abreast into the wall. Local driver Marco Wittmann. Who else was that in there as well? But 2 cars into the wall. It's one of the Lamborghinis. Nicky Team into the wall. We could see it. They were coming out of turn 1. And Mirko Bortolotti. Both of the AB Sportsline cars into Marco Wittmann. They were 4 abreast coming out of turn 1. The safety car is out.
Let's see if we can pick the bones out of it here as we get a replay of the start then. And it was a very good start from Thierry Vermeulen. Initially, it was a good start from Arjun Maini as well. He seemed to lose a little bit in the second part of the start, and that was when Jack Aitken was able to go through. Can you pick up what happened here? So Marco Wittmann's right in the middle there.
I mean, it was Jules Gounon on the inside who was onto the curbs, and you had the 2 AB Sportsline cars and Marco Wittmann there as well. But you look here at Gounon in the yellow Mamba, you can't quite see it off the shot here, but he comes to an almost to a stop and then rejoins and then gives the squeeze to Wittmann, who in turn squeezes Nicky Team, and then Bortolotti involved as well.
I think I have some damage, probably front and rear, but the car seems to be okay.
Oh, interesting.
Just let me know what to do. Fall behind. Obviously I lost a lap because I was stuck.
And looking at Maurice Schering, and he got together with Timo Glock, I think it was, but it was...
Here, the safety car leading the cars through the debris, and we've now got a red flag. We've now got a red flag, and utter disaster.
That's it.
Not much you can do, mate. Sorry for that.
It's incredible.
I think the red flag's fairly sensible. There's a lot of debris on the track, and what we don't want is drivers cutting a tyre. You can see from the body language that Marco Wittmann is thoroughly fed up about the whole situation. With all of the fans here that are supporting the Schaeffler-sponsored pilot, they will be thoroughly disappointed twice over. He had a rubbish day yesterday, and it's another rubbish day, and even more rubbish day today, and that is Mirko into the garage. So the defending champion is going to be, it looks like, a no-point score for him. Right, let's head down to Verena, who's in the pits.
We fix it with tape or not?
It's confirmed that we are in park permit conditions, so these operations shouldn't be allowed. But it will be a single line or single row restart behind the safety car in 7.5 minutes.
Thank you very much, Verena. Thank you, Verena. Just looking at some news from the pit lane from Thomas Voigt.
Once again, thanks a lot for repairing.
All right, Boris. 2.5 minutes. The pit exit will go green for 10 seconds. In those 10 seconds, you can go out, you can warm up the brake, and you can close up and queue up at the end of the field.
Copy.
So at the moment, the cars are getting ready to go. Jules Gounon on team radio.
Safety car.
Now they just realized, oh, we cannot put the board 1 minute because we just released the car out of the pit lane. Oh, yo, 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 yo.
Yes.
Oi, 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 oi.
That's interesting.
Right, the pit window is open. So this is a performance pit stop. I have to tell you, yesterday, some of the pit stops were really, really quick. The Come To You racing team getting used to performance pit stops for the very first time in this season of DTM. Timo Glock in the background for Durham Motorsport. So he's also coming in. Nice early stops. It's a 15-minute pit window. This is the opportunity. Sticky for Rene Rast. That's a real shame. So that's not been efficient at all. The car's dropped down off the jacks. He rejoins, but he's lost valuable seconds there for Rene Rast. That was a 9.4 second stop.
Think of a master of that, and this is where it went wrong for Rene.
Just didn't get it engaged on the nut. And then it got stuck.
The gun was stuck on the nut.
It's so easy to machine the nut on these because you've just got to engage it properly. Right, here comes Maurice Schuring into the pits. He comes. So Manthey, same problem there as well. It took a while getting the gun, just valuable fractions of a second. I mean, it wasn't bad. I mean, you've got to make your decisions as Fabio Scherer, Luca Exler. Is this going to be an unsafe release? Exler, I think, just about ahead. I think Scherer and the HRT team will get away with it, but it was blooming close in the pit lane.
Experienced, of course, and this is just a replay of how he did it. It's a textbook again with Jules Gounon, and that played nicely into the hands of the driver of the number 33 car, who said tar.
Did Jules Gounon miss his braking point, or let's have a listen.
So the guys behind have stopped.
What the fuck did our reported? I think he bent my steering from left.
Still 7 cars yet to come in. Thierry Vermeulen leading the way. He's got an open track in front of him. Tom Callender and Ricardo Feller go side by side. Callender dive bomb to the inside of Feller. Good move from the 17-year-old driver making his debut this year in the DTM, putting one over Ricardo Feller. Good job. Is he going to try and settle the dummy? He seems to be too far back into the Grundig turn. We got a yellow at turn 4.
No, he's not.
To the inside, almost making contact, but Callender still does it. I'm just looking, we've got a yellow, and it's Fabio Scherer who stopped up at turn 4. So these drivers will have to back out of it slightly as they come around past Scherer. At the moment, Tom Callender has this covered off from Ricardo Feller. Our leading stopper at the moment, still Mara Engel. The leading driver in the race is Thierry Vermeulen. We haven't seen what's happened to Scherer. We got a wheel off. This is going to be a safety car for sure. So the wheel at the side of the track, but at the very least, this has got to be a full course yellow. Surely the car's coming out wide. These pit stops, but I have to say, Manthey EMA are red hot on the stocks, so this is going to be critical. They get to work a bit slow, getting the wheel onto the right rear. Here are Manthey as well. Onto the front they come. This is going to be a race out of the pits for these 2 cars. This is for position. Who is going to emerge in front? The answer is Jack Aitken. Hats off to Emil Fry Racing. When the pressure is on, they needed to do it, and they did. Here comes Thierry Vermeulen. He'll be on tyres that are up to temperature. Right, look at this. That was the release. That's how close it was. We said this could be won or lost in the pit lane. Jack Aitken and Thomas Preining getting very, very close. You can see Preining moving. Right, the race leader, Arjun Maini, now in for his first stop. Ayan Chan Nguyen also came in as well. So Jack Aitken now takes over the lead of this race. And a lot of damage there. So poor day for Luca, and he'll come back, and no doubt stronger at the Nürburgring.
And I reckon he's just a little bit ragged, isn't he? He's pushing hard because he knows that he's under real pressure, which which is precisely what Preining needs to do as he gets to the inside. There is a little contact between the two of them, absolutely side by side. This is for the lead of this DTM race, Thomas Preining. Jack Aitken for the moment shows a clean pair of heels to the car of Thomas Preining, but Preining is quick, and Aitken knows it. He's sticking his elbows out of the windows here.
The right-hander, but Preining wasn't backing out of it. They went into the S as well. We're looking again at that's the turn 1 move, and then into the Scholar S. And for a moment, Preining had the lead, but then Jack Aitken, keeping it all together around turn 4, just tucks back in again. I'm looking at the pit time there to see how long he is static for. Good stuff there from Team Manti. We're going to see how long it takes before the car hits the ground. Now, that was a good stop. 6.7 seconds. That's a good stop for Manti EMA just when they needed it most. They've serviced that car. Right, here comes Jack Aitken. Remember, 6.7 seconds was the time that Thomas Preining's car was up in the air. Here comes Aitken. He'd love it if the speed limit wasn't 40 kilometers an hour at the moment. He's crawling along that pit lane. Jack Aitken from the lead of the race. This is critical. The team will need to be on their marks.
I think the Preining team have done the job for him. That was an awesome stop. Let's see what Emil Frey can do to respond as they go to work on the Jack Aitken car then. This Ferrari 296.
7.
Released.
8.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
8.2 was the time that pit stop. Not especially quick, so it's all going to be down to in-laps and out-laps here. Thomas Preining, you can see, is out on the on the front straight now. Here comes Thomas Preining in the Grello car. Jack Aitken on cold tyres. He's going to try and block him into turn 1. Thomas Preining, though, will move to the inside. Jack Aitken was a sitting duck, but Preining's overcooked it.
Right, but it was, this is where Thomas so nearly got it all horribly wrong, though. But he had his wits about him. He knew what he'd got to do, and he knew he'd made it. Look at his dad. Look at his dad.
This is a chance for Aitken. But Aitken is on cold tyres. Preining into the Scholar S. Knows this is his only opportunity. He ducks to the inside. Aitken has nothing to defend with. Now he's starting to come back. Still, the tyres are not into the window. Preining has those warmer tyres, and he may have just about done it. Aitken, if he wants to pass Thomas Preining, if he wants to win this race, he's got to do it on the track now. Less than 10 minutes remaining. Thomas Preining takes the lead of the race. Jack Aitken fighting for all he's worth. It was so close.
He'd made a mistake, but he knew he'd got temperature into the tyres, and therefore he was going to be able to correct that error. Fair play to Jack Aitken for doing everything he could, but he was on colder rubber.
Amazing, and you can see how emotionally invested they are. This is serious stuff here. Thomas Preining's dad in the background. Jack Aitken gave it everything, but it's Thomas Preining who heads into Dutzendijk for the very last time.
Yes,
it's one for him, it's one for the team. It's a win in race 8 of the season for Thomas Preining.
Very good. Maximum cool down. Stay hydrated and collect the stones, exit T1. Superb job.
Second place for Jack Aitken launches him also firmly back into the championship hunt.
There is Andreas Preining, Thomas's father then. Absolutely thrilled with that. I mean, that is driver, team, combo working as one.
We take the points, mate. We take the points. Good job.
I think Jack Aitken gave it everything that he possibly could.
Absolutely. I don't think he had any more that he could have given, to be quite honest.
I agree.
The Ferrari clearly very quick here, but it was Thomas Preining who came out on top for Manti EMA, a team sport. Jack Aitken and Thierry Vermeulen for Emil Frey Racing, second and third. The drivers pose for the photographs before the celebrations will start. And while we have a moment, I will just mention to you that we have about 5 or 6 weeks off before we head back to the Nürburgring in August for round 5. Round 6 will be at the Sachsenring. That's in August as well. Round 7 will be at the Red Bull Ring in Austria. Keep an eye on Thomas Preining there.